Hello and welcome to another exciting package of events trending in the power sector. This is Power Wheel, a production of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. Come with me as we bring you up to speed with these events. I am Chiwenwa Anyanwu. The Managing Director and CEO of the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Mr. Usman Gur Mohammed, has led key management staff of TCN and the Managing Director of Ibom Power Limited, Engineer Mayen Etukudo, to inspect construction works for the 2x60 MVA Ekim Transmission Substation in Akwa Ibom State.
TCN is executing the project in collaboration with the Akwa Ibom State Government, AKSG. The state did the environmental impact assessments. It is undertaking all the civil works and the payment of land compensation for the projects. TCN, on its part, is procuring all the electromechanical equipment, including the transformers, switch gears, tests, and commissioning. The entire installation is being done by TCN in-house engineers. The project commenced in July 2016 after the foundation laying ceremony by the Akwa Ibom State Governor, Mr. Udom Emmanuel, and is expected to be commissioned before the end of 2018. The MD, CEO of TCN, Mr. Usman Gur Mohammed, said TCN has often extended collaboration windows to states that are willing to partner to improve power infrastructures.
We are aware of the collaboration we did with Kaduna State and the collaboration we did with Enugu State, where we are able to supply Isuka substation. We are also aware about the collaboration we are doing with Delta State on the supply of Kwale, Opai and Kwale. This is one of the also collaboration that we have done with the state government. But I can tell you, this collaboration is different from those other ones that we have done, because here the state government is taking a bigger responsibility than the other states are taking.
Speaking on the progress of work in the substation, Mr. Mohammed lauded the quality of civil works being executed by the Akwa Ibom State government.
If you look at the quality of the civil work that is going on, I think this standard is the best you can ever talk about. So I want to use this medium to appreciate the Akwa Ibom State Governor for the wonderful work he's doing for his people. And because of this thing that we have seen here, we are willing to extend this collaboration to other places in Akwa Ibom. Because since Akwa Ibom State Government has agreed to work with us, they have removed the right of way. They have agreed to collaborate to build the civil work, and even is contributing in part of the electromechanical that we are doing. So I think there's no reason why we cannot work with them to extend supply to other parts of the state.
The TCN head noted that 2 separate transformers of 60 MVA capacity each will be installed at the substation, as he said.
This substation is being built in the franchise of Port Harcourt Electricity Distribution Company. If you look at this work now, it's more than 80% complete. At this time, we are expected that it is supposed to be, we are supposed to have seen Port Harcourt Disco start radiating their feeder by now. So they have not radiated. I have just directed the regional general manager to write a letter to me for me to sign, so that we tell Port Harcourt Disco to prepare to take the load.
The Managing Director of Ibom Power Limited and Special Advisor on Power to the Governor, Engineer Mayen Etukudo, described the impact the project will have on the people of the state, as he said.
This project, called ACAM 132-33 kV 2x60 MVA substation, is meant to take supply to about 5 local government areas around this station and the state university and the 3 factories going on right now until now. That is a syringe company, meter solution company, and flour mill, and even the coconut industry that is built around here. So this station on completion, 2x60 MVA will give you about 96 megawatts. So it's a lot of power to save the 5 local government areas and all these factories coming up.
He said the completion of the 2x60 MVA 132 by 33 kV Ekim substation will immediately bring relief to the Ekets and Uyo transmission substation. He also spoke on the role of the state government in ensuring timely project delivery.
The government of this state has signed MOU with the TCN recently. That is to do all civil works while TCN will bring in all the switch gears, install, test and commission. So it is a partnership that is to bring power to the people.
The Japanese ambassador to Nigeria, Mr. Yutaka Kikuta, led a team of experts from the Japanese International Cooperation Agency and Yachiho Engineering Company to inspect power capacitor bank technology installed at the Akpo substation of the Transmission Company of Nigeria in Abuja.
The capacitor bank at Akpo substation was installed under a grant from the Japanese government and commissioned about 3 months ago to boost the quality of power being supplied to about 7,000 households in industries within the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, and its environs. Explaining the importance of the capacitor bank installed at the substation and another at Kefi substation of TCN, Mr. Yazu Yasuhi of Yeshiho Engineering Company, the Japanese firm which handled the project, said,
those capacitor bank improve the voltage. So load is high, is voltage of the 132 kilovolt side is going down. So if capacitor bank installed, it's going up the voltage. So improve the voltage of this area.
The Managing Director, CEO of TCN, Mr. Usman Guru Mohammed, represented by the General Manager, Abuja Region, TCN, Engineer Paul Ogu, lauded the gesture of the Japanese people to Nigeria. He said,
"We are happy the capacitor bank has been commissioned previously and it's been doing well. We are satisfied with the performance of the capacitor bank here and one at Kefi also. So we are very appreciative. We want you to take this message back to your government because we are expecting that the friendship between your country and ours will be enhanced by such gestures. And we look forward to better relationship."
The Japanese ambassador to Nigeria, Mr.
Yutaka Kikuta,
in his address, noted that he was happy the project would positively impact electricity consumers.
I'm very happy to see the Nigerian people so devoted to this project. As you know, the Japanese ODA is a pillar. One of the pillars is assistance in the infrastructure field. Infrastructure, among others, especially the electricity power, is so important. So this kind of facility is very, very significant for the future development of the Nigeria and the Nigerian people, with a good cooperation with the Japanese side, together with the JICA and the Yachio and the Japanese government. So on behalf of the Japanese government, I would like to thank you very much for your good cooperation.
Engineer Paul Ogu conducted a theme around the capacitor bank installation and the control room to enable the Japanese envoy and experts have a first-hand assessment of its operation months after it was commissioned.
This is the control panel for those capacitor banks. This is the protection panel. Those two, the capacitor bank itself. This was installed newly for us. So the other equipments in the switch are also controlled from. So these are two new ones.
Let's take a break for a short message. Please stay tuned.
Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN. We transmit bulk electricity from power generating companies, GenCos, to distribution load centers of various distribution companies, DISCOs. Nationwide, we do not generate electricity, neither do we distribute same directly to electricity consumers. TCN has two business units: the transmission service provider, TSP, and Independent System Operations, ISO. The ISO comprises of System Operation, SO, and Market Operation, MO. The business units all perform specialized functions under the TCN umbrella. Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, wielding power for national economic growth. This message is brought to you by the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN.
You're still watching Power Wheel. The Senior Manager, System Operation and Area Control Supervisor at the Transmission Company of Nigeria, TCN, Engineer Amos Ango, says the Katampe Transmission Substation has been upgraded to deliver more bulk electricity for distribution to electricity consumers in Abuja and environs.
Mr. Ango, who controls 10 other substations around the Abuja workstation, said Katampe Substation and Area Control Center was commissioned in 2003 with 2 by 150 MVA transformers at 330 by 132 kilovolts level, but has been rapidly expanded to take in the growing electricity demand for the Federal Capital Territory, FCT.
We are getting our energy source from Shiroro through a 330 kV line. We have double circuit. We have circuit R4B running from Shiroro straight to Katampe here. We have G5B running from Shiroro through Gwagwalada to the station here on 330.
Speaking on the technical operations of a substation, Mr. Angus said the substation steps down electricity voltage being transmitted from Shiroro Hydropower Station from 330 kV to 132 kV voltage level with its huge power equipment and then transmitted to the other 132 kV substations.
Those substations with their installed capacity and the transformers they are having also will step down their voltages to 33 kV. So 33 kV is what we give to AEDC. And AEDC also has facility of stepping down the voltage to the usable value. They now drop it to 415 volts or 240 volts as the case may be. Though they too control the voltage to some extent. They normally dropped that 33 kV to 11 kV. Then the 11 kV transformers will now step it down to the one we have in the houses.
TCN recently commissioned a 100 MVA transformer at the Katampe substation. They said the transformer was energized, but Abuja Electricity Distribution Company, AEDC, was yet to evacuate power from it as they were still installing the equipment that would enable them to pick load from the 100 MVA transformer.
As for transmissions, they are done. We've carried power to their doorstep now. So they are to evacuate it to the consumers now.
Mr. Ango also spoke on the high standard TCN has set on safety at the substation, noting that workers adhere to all the safety standards.
Those standards, like we have the protection guarantees, depends on the nature of the job. If you are working on a line, there's one we call the station guarantee. Then where we are opening that line, you have a form you fill with us. And we open the line and you see the line opened. Then that certificate shows you that that line will remain open like that until you come back to say the work is finished. So this is one of the safety. If you work on an equipment within the station, we have the breakers where we issue the work and test certificate to. We have transformers where we issue the work permit to. So all these are safety measures that the equipment is going to be left in a condition it is being placed for safety.
The power transmission expert advised AEDC workers to adhere more to safety standards, as he said.
They somehow try to downplay the safety of the work. Claiming urgency, emergency, this thing has happened, we need it being done now. Please just open for us to just, So these are some of the issues we have with them, and if I have any advice, I think it goes to them that, look, we don't manufacture life. So we get life as it comes from God, and we should take good care of it.
Mr. Angu conducted a power week crew around the Katampe substation as he explained the various sections of a transmission facility. He said the circuit breaker opens or closes the power line to prevent or release electricity flow. The isolators help to disconnect the lines totally, he noted.
All this equipment you are seeing now, they are all isolators, they are all circuit breakers. And like this thing is very, very important. This one you are seeing now, we call them the VTs and the CTs. These ones, as you see, drop this voltage to a usable voltage, and it is this equipment that is giving us readings in the control room. When we get to the control room, you will see the meters. Without these VTs and CTs, we can't have reading in the control room. So, and the use is that we monitor the voltage that is coming in first. Because if we have a high voltage, it has its own effect on our equipment too. So we might not ask Shiroro to arrange to drop the voltage or go to NCC, because we have so many ways we can bring down the voltage. Or if we pick much lot on our side, the voltage also can come down. So these are the equipment that give us the reading into the control room.
At the transformer section, he said,
this is where the 330 voltage terminated. The voltage we are receiving from Shiroro, one is goes into this transformer, is not coming out the same again. And this transformer, the rating is 150 MVA. And the voltage level is 330 kV stroke 132. So that's the level here. So you can see now, but all these things you see are protective devices. This is what we call the lightning arrestor. In case of lightning from the rainy weather, instead of the lightning hitting the transformer, this one will conduct it to the ground. So it's meant to protect the transformer and its equipment.
Mr. Angu also explained the workings of the substation's control room.
This is the real presentation of the switcher. What we said outside, these are the breakers, these are the isolators.
Okay.
We indicate outside. If I turn this one and open now, you will hear the noise outside. So from here we control them. And from the CTs and the VTs, they are giving us this reading now. Without them, we can't have these meters. So they will now tell us the voltage that is coming in and the one that is coming out. The one that is coming from 330 enters from here. This is the same bus, the one I show you. So 132 also have the bus. Then the bus extended. See, why you see this one, we also have 132 that is coming from Suleja. That was the one we were using before. You can see it. Suleja line 1, line 2. Then the one that is going out from here, you see it, Garki. Central area also is speaking from here. On 132. 1. Central area should be there. Now you see their transformer here. From the same bus. From the same bus they pick to this transformer. From here you can see even the color change. The 132 enter here, and then this is the one coming out. 33 is coming out from it.
Stay with us as the Acting Director General of National Power Training Institute of Nigeria, NAPTIN, Mr. Ahmed Bolaji Nagode, speaks in an exclusive interview about why the institute is focused on building human capacity in the power sector.
NAPTIN, right from existence in 2009, has been building human capacity for the power sector, aligning with the goals and objectives of the sector. We have the pronouncement of government by the Honorable Minister of Power, Works and Housing on the roadmap to deliver incremental, stable and uninterrupted power. It is the mandate of NAPTIN to align strategically with these objectives to ensure that the manpower needed to really achieve these objectives are provided, both within the already existing utilities and also those who are aspiring to build career in the power sector. TCN, being a company expected to transmit power, has been working seamlessly with NAPTIN towards building human capacity. The first phase of this is what we have just witnessed, whereby the MD/CEO of TCN deemed it necessary to nominate 300 staff under the Upward Scholarship in various fields: transformers, switchgear, maintenance. We have also in basic power protection system, and other areas, IT for HR, and other fields, other trades within the TCN work line. The training has been very, very successful. We've worked hand in hand with the HR of TCN to deliver this training, and going forward we still look forward to having more staff of TCN coming up to train in NAPTIN. I want to say that NAPTIN should be seen as a shared service utility for all the stakeholders in the power sector. The government has invested heavily in NAPTIN in terms of infrastructure, faculty, and curricula, and we are always going to be willing to really give that much needed support in actualizing our mandate. We have ventured into the government to align with the government's policy of achieving 30% energy mix by the year 2030, and we have world-class curricula in renewable energy, especially in solar PV installation and supervision, and the mini grid design. So we are into a lot of trades, and we have standard faculty that have even been trained by our international donors to ensure that we are able to deliver on our mandate. No, we have a series of training prior to now, but this is the first time we are going to have a huge number of 300 staff at a go coming in for training in TCN. We're also doing something for TCN in the line of system operations, and I think we're working seriously with the system ISO to ensure that we actualize this training.
News and more news in our Power Flash. That's all there is on this edition of the program. Many thanks for your company. Let's do this again next week. Meanwhile, you can follow us through these platforms showing on your screen. I am Chinwenwa Anyao. Bye for now.